Hello everyone, welcome to the sessions on the wireless communication. In this session, we are going to learn about the global positioning system. The contents, introduction to satellite applications, global positioning system, GPS service and the GPS positioning types. Now the satellite application here. The conventional application of the satellite are radio, telephone and long distance audio video communications. It extended to newer communication satellite services such as the fax, data communication, cellular system, timely and accurate weather forecast, navigational aids, and the remote sensing applications here. These are the list of the applications of the satellite here. Now that is the, if you categorize those things here, in the field of the communication, the satellites are used. In the field of the military and the surveillance, in the meteorological, remote sensing and the earth observation and the navigation, and for the scientific and the technological use, the satellites are mainly used here. In case of the telecommunication, it includes the telephone calls and the services provided to telephone companies as well as the wireless mobile and cellular network provider here. Means for the telecommunication here, not only for the telephone companies here, it is also giving the service for the cellular network and the mobile communication also. Next is the broadcasting services, that is the radio and the television delivered directly to the consumer. That is the broadcasting here, that is DTH, satellite television are the received by the directly by the households here. That is the broadcasting services also that satellite will provides here. Data communication involves the transfer of data from one point to another here. Corporations and the organizations that require financial and the other information to be exchanged between their various locations use satellites to facilitate the transfer of data through the use of the small aperture terminal networks here. That is the corporations and the organizations, they are required to transfer the data or they exchange the data between their various locations, because those are located in a different locality here. To transfer those data here, they can make use of the satellite here. That is the, they are using the device called as the VSAT. That is the very small aperture terminal here. That is in the field of the data communication. Next is the global positioning system, GPS. What is the GPS? That is, GPS is a satellite based navigation system here. That is to show the path. Navigation means path, to show the correct path here and the shortest path here. That is the GPS is nothing but the satellite based navigation system developed by the US Department of Defense. That is, it is initially first it is developed by the US, that is Department of Defense here. What the GPS will provide here? GPS provides the location, velocity and time information globally. It is giving the information about the location and also the velocity and also the time information here. How GPS works here? Means what is the basic concept working of the GPS? GPS uses a network of 24 plus satellites. Means it is using the 24 or more than 24 satellites here. Minimum it requires 24 satellites to cover the full globe here. Therefore, it uses the 24 plus satellites here. Satellites transmit signal to receivers. The receivers which are having the users, to those receivers, these satellites will transmit the signals. Using the trilateration method determines the position of the receiver here. Using this method, it will determine the position here. Now, the GPS system consists of three major elements here, or the segments here. The space segment, the control segment and the user segment. The main three segments of the GPS are the space segment, the control segment and the user segment here. These are the main three segments here. Space segment means these are the set of satellites here. Those satellites are called as the space segment, and the control segment is it is like the earth station or the controlling station here, which will continuously monitors those satellites position, timings and all, and it will updates those information to the satellites here. That is the control segment. And the user segment means the user receiver here. These are the receivers, that is called as the user segment here. Now, if you observe here, this is the control segment. These are the space segment, the set of satellites here. And this is the user segment here or the receiver here. Means continuously this control segment will monitor the position of these satellites, at what position they are. All those informations are gathered and again transmitted to the satellites to update those informations. And these satellites will transmit those information to the receiver here. Using the trial iteration method, the exact location of the receiver can be find out here. Again, same here. These are the control segments here. These are the space segment, the satellite A, B, C, D. And this is the receiver, user receiver. To find out the location here, first, as the satellites are rotating here, revolving, that location information, the timing information, all are collected here. Again, those are transmitted to the satellite to inform them and to update their data here. And those data are transmitted to the user's receiver here. Now the space segment, that is, as I said, space segment, it is the satellite network here or the number of satellites. GPS consists of at least 24 satellites orbiting the Earth in 6 orbital planes. 24 satellites, those are in the 6 planes here, means 4 satellites. In each group, 4 satellites will be there. Like this, 6 groups are made here. Among the 24, 6 groups are made. In each group, 4 satellites should be there in the orbital plane. These satellites continuously transmit the signals containing their position and their time. Their position, exactly at what position they are there and their time, those are continuously transmitted towards the control segment here. And also user receiver. The signal transmission. Each satellite sends the radio signal that includes the satellite's precise location and the exact time the signal was sent here. These two informations are sent to the control segment here. Now, the second part of the GPS is the control segment. The control segment of the GPS system refers to the various ground stations that monitor the satellites and provide control and updates the information. Means they are continuously monitors the satellite position and their information, and it will update those informations here. The master control station is operated by the US Air Force. Means the main controlling station is there in the US Air Force here. The information is sent back to the master control station in the uh, Colorado, where all the information is collected and position data on each satellite is calculated. Means we are having the number of sub control stations. Those are collecting the information from the satellite. But after collecting those signals, it is again sent to the master control station, which is located in the US Air Force here. Now that will collect all the controlling signals there. The master control station then transmits new location and clock data to the each of the satellite on the S-band uplink once per a day. Means after collecting all the information, this master control signal station will transmits that information towards the satellite in the S-band. It is choosing the S-band to transmit those signals, and it is usually once per day. And in one day, at least once it should be transmitted here. Now, third part is the user segment here. A GPS receiver is a complex super heterodyne type of the micro receiver here. It is a super heterodyne receiver designed to pick up the GPS signals, decode them, and then compute the location of the receiver. First, it has to receive the signal here, decode the signal, and compute the location of the receiver. The output is usually an LCD display giving latitude, longitude, and the altitude information on and or a map of the area. Means the whatever the information is there, that is displayed on the LCD display here. The most widely used GPS receiver is the popular handheld portable type not much larger than the oversized handheld calculator. This is the most popular GPS receiver here. As you can see, this is the handheld device here. Now the coming to the user segment here, a receiver's role. What is the receiver's role? A GPS receiver example, in a smartphone, it may be installed or in a car, etc. Picks up the signal from the at least 4 satellites. As we said, the satellites are grouped in the form of four satellites. It should receive the signals from at least one group or the 4 satellites here. It measures the time delay between the signal transmission and the reception. Means when the signal is transmitted from the satellite, at what time it is radiated and when it is reaching the receiver, those time delays are calculated. Now using the trial iteration process, the location is find out. That is, the receiver calculates its distance from each satellite based on the time delay here. What is the distance from the satellite to the receiver? Using that time delay, it will calculate. Using the trial iteration, the receiver determines its exact position on the earth. That is exact position where it is. It can find out using the trial iteration. That is, what is this trial iteration here? That is, the intersection of the spheres from the multiple satellites provides the accurate coordinates. That is the latitude, longitude, and the altitude. Means they will draw the imaginary spheres taking the satellite as a center, and to the as a center they will draw the circles or the spheres here. Now intersection of all those spheres where that location, that is the exact location of the receiver, giving the latitude, longitude, and the altitude here. Now, if you observe here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 satellite. It's taking the satellite as a center, one sphere is drawn. Again, taking this satellite as a center, one more sphere is drawn. Again, from this satellite, one more sphere. Again, from this satellite, one more sphere. Now, the intersection of all these sphere is this point here, white spot here. Now, this is the location of the receiver here. This method is called as the trial iteration method. Means first they will find out the what is the distance between satellite and the receiver using the time delay. When the signal is transmitted and when they are receiving, using their time delay, the distance is calculated, and afterwards the imaginary spheres are drawn here. Now taking the satellite as a center. Now imaginary spheres. Now the point where all the spheres are intersecting, that is the position of the receiver. Now, if you go for the position, the services provided by the GPS, that is the 24-hour worldwide service here. Extremely accurate three-dimensional location information. Extremely accurate velocity information. Precise timing service, because all the satellites are having the atomic clocks. Those are very costly here and very accurate here. Those are the, but the clock we are having in our receiver cell, those are the cords here. They are not that much accurate, but they can change their timing or adjust their timing according to the atomic clocks here. Therefore, it is giving the precise timing service here, continuous real-time information, and also the accessibility to an unlimited number of worldwide users here. Civilians user support at a slightly less accurate level. Means for the military use, the accuracy is very high, but for the civilian users, slightly accuracy slightly varies here. There are two types of the positioning methods here, that is in the GPS positioning. First one is the absolute positioning. Second one is the differential positioning here. Now, what is the absolute positioning? It is also called as the standalone here. In this mode, it relies upon a single receiver station. Means absolute positioning, it is depends on a single receiver here. Depending, in this case, the ranging is carried out slightly between the satellite and the receiver station without taking any assistance from the ground-based receiver stations here. Now it is the single receiver, therefore it is not relying on the any other devices or other receivers here or any landmarks here. Therefore, purely depending on that particular receiver, it will calculate. The position determining accuracy in this mode may be in the range of 50 to 100 meters here. Means in the 50 to 100 meter range, the position may be present. In the differential positioning, it is not dependent on the single receiver, but some landmark will be there. That is the differential GPS relies on the established reference location here. One the reference location they will take, and according to that reference location's receiver, that actual position is determined here. This approach carries the triangle principle one step further with the help of the second placed at the known reference point. Means whenever we want to locate the particular receiver, it is located with some other reference point. Okay, this point is near to this point at this distance. Like this, some reference point is taken there. Now the application here, the road or the path available here. Next is the traffic congestion and the alternative routes. It will use roads or the path that might be taken to get to the destination, which is the shortest path or the shortest distance it will use. If some roads are busy, then the best route to take, it will guides the location of food, bank, hotels, fuels, airports, and other places of interest it will show. Next, the shortest route between the two locations it will show, and the differential options to drive on highway or side cut roads. All these are the services here. Thank you.